Hi, I'm Gretchen with the Catholic Company, and we're here today with Father Leo Patalinghug with GraceBeforeMeals.com. The first question that we all want to know is how you first discerned your call, your vocation to the priesthood.
Well, that's a really long story, but it really began when I first made my really first good confession as a young adult. And then I started to learn more about the liturgy, and I remember there was a mission preacher who said, if you're coming to church and you don't know why, come to one night of the mission, and if you don't want to go anymore, you don't have to go. So I called my mother and said, I'm going to that mission, because frankly, I didn't want to go to church. But what he did was he explained the liturgy, and I remember thinking, I'm not bored, I'm actually interested here. And at one point in the liturgy, when he confected the Eucharist, I don't know how to say it, and please don't think I'm like some mystic or anything like that, but I saw God in the Eucharist. I don't know what God looked like, I just know I saw Him. Wow. And it was such an impact that it just made me, from that moment, start going to church almost daily.
Wow. And
from there, if you are really trying to get close to God, He wants to get close to you, you're close enough to hear each other and trust that He does hear me. And I think I was close enough to trust and hear Him call me to the priesthood.
Wow. So what advice would you give to other young men who are discerning a call to the priesthood? Is there anything that you can tell them in this 2015? How do they hear that call with all the noise, with all the distractions? Like, how do they do that today?
Well, as a former seminary professor and a man who still continues to work with a lot of young people, and in the institute that I'm in called Voluntas Dei, it's all about discerning God. I would have to say the best thing to do is, first of all, get to know Jesus through prayer and study, and stay close to Mary, because you kind of can't really be a good follower of Christ unless you're like Jesus, a real mama's boy.